I almost lost everything feeding my chickens what I thought were healthy vegetables. In just 3 months, my egg production dropped from 90% to 50%, and I almost didn't catch it in time. But wait, if you're doing this one thing right now, your birds are suffering too. Stay till the end because I'm showing you exactly what to stop feeding them and the one feeding method that saved my farm. Here at Livestock Labs, we've helped thousands of farmers scale from small backyard operations to massive commercial flocks. We've documented the journey from 750 birds to 17,500 commercial layers. But here's the thing. None of us got here by accident. We made costly mistakes early on that nearly wiped us out financially. And most of you are making these exact same mistakes right now. That's why we're sharing this with you today. The worst part? Your birds won't even refuse these toxic vegetables. They'll eat them happily and then slowly decline without you realizing why. That's the dangerous part. When we started with 750 birds, we were desperate to cut feed costs. We tried everything. Tomatoes, barley and maize fodder, community leftovers, vegetables from everywhere. Our logic seemed sound. Less commercial feed equals bigger profits. But we were dead wrong. Here's what happened instead. Our layer flock's weight gain crashed. Then production dropped from a healthy 90% to 60%, sometimes lower. With 750 birds getting 12 trays daily, that's significantly below peak production. Translation, we were losing money faster than if we bought premium feed. What were we actually feeding them that caused this? Let me show you the vegetables that are silently destroying your farm right now. And we're counting down from the least dangerous to the absolutely devastating ones. You won't believe what number 1 is. Number 6, garlic. This is the least problematic on our list, but it's still worth mentioning. Garlic in tiny amounts might slip through, but it still contains compounds that can interfere with nutrient absorption. The problem is most farmers don't use just a pinch. They use handfuls, and that's when it starts hurting your numbers. Use it very sparingly, if at all. Number 5, onions. Similar to garlic, but slightly more dangerous. These have anti-nutrient compounds that accumulate in your bird systems. If you feed them regularly, you're building up a toxicity problem that gets worse over time. Your birds won't show symptoms immediately. That's what makes it so dangerous. By the time you notice production dropping, you've already lost weeks of potential eggs. Number 4, raw soybeans and cassava peels. Now we're getting into serious territory. Raw soybeans are absolutely toxic to poultry when not properly prepared. And cassava peels, which many farmers think are harmless waste, contain compounds that block mineral absorption. We've seen farms lose entire batches of young birds from feeding cassava peels daily. The damage happens quietly until suddenly your birds are weak and unproductive. Number 3, raw tomatoes and tomato leaves. This surprised us when we first learned it. Most farmers think tomatoes are nutritious, and they are for humans. But raw tomatoes contain alkaloids that interfere with calcium absorption. That means weak eggshells, poor bone development, and decreased egg production. Tomato leaves are even worse. We stopped using them completely after we saw a 15% production drop in just 1 month. Number 2, potato peelings and sweet potato peelings. This is the most widespread problem we see across farms. People think, oh, it's just leftover scraps. Why waste it? But potato peelings contain serious anti-nutrient factors that slow weight gain, reduce egg production, and block vitamin absorption. Irish potatoes, sweet potatoes, cassava peels. This entire category is costing farmers millions globally because it's so widely used and so dangerous. We documented farms losing 30 to 40% production just from this one source. This single mistake probably costs you more money than anything else on this list. And number 1, the absolute most dangerous vegetable you can feed your birds. Avocado. Yes, birds love it. They'll devour it immediately. But here's the hidden danger. It contains toxic elements like selenium and persin that block nutrient absorption at the cellular level. This isn't just slowing production. This is actively poisoning your flock. Your birds won't gain weight. They won't lay properly. Worse, they can die from it in severe cases. And you won't know why until production is already tanked and you've lost weeks or months of revenue. We learned this the hard way. One batch of avocado scraps nearly destroyed months of progress. We almost went out of business because we didn't know better. Here's what keeps us up at night. Most farmers don't realize these vegetables are slowly killing production. Your birds might look fine on the surface, but you're losing 20 to 30% production quietly. That's thousands in lost revenue you'll never get back. And you might blame genetics or weather or anything but the vegetables. If you can't feed them those, what do you feed them? Let me be brutally honest. If you're running a commercial farm, layers or broilers, stop chasing shortcuts. Forget alternative feeds. We've tested everything. Black soldier flies, earthworms, cheap fodder. The truth is you get what you pay for. But here's the plot twist. You don't need to buy fully mixed commercial feed from outside. You can formulate your own using different raw materials from suppliers and mix it on your farm yourself. When we switch to proper formulation with 1,000 birds, we save $1,000 to $1,700 per month immediately. Not all vegetables are toxic. Some are actually great. Ripe tomatoes are good in moderation. Cooked leftovers like rice, potatoes, and groundnuts from your table are excellent. Morena leaves are great. Yam leaves are good in acceptable quantities. Fodders like wheat and barley are fantastic, if you can grow enough. But there's a critical biosecurity risk most people ignore. If you're growing vegetables outside where wild birds can access them, and then feeding that same feed to your flock, you're creating a disease superhighway. Wild birds go to your vegetables, which go to your commercial birds, which leads to outbreak. This can destroy your entire farm. That's why we designed our farms with mesh on all sides. Not just to keep predators out, to keep diseases out. One contaminated batch of vegetables from outside, that's a disease vector. One wild bird, one infected insect. Your birds are at maximum risk. So here's our final advice. Use commercial feed formulated by you or bought mixed. If you use vegetables, only use safe ones. Ensure they're sourced safely from your own garden, not external sources. Properly prepare everything. Roasted soybeans, cooked scraps, everything. And never compromise on feed quality for a few dollars saved. If you're struggling with low production, mystery bird deaths, or unclear feed costs, this is your sign. Most farmers never learn this until they've lost thousands. You're watching this now, so you're ahead. Comment below and tell us what vegetables you're feeding your birds. We'll personally tell you if it's sabotaging your farm. And here's the thing. If you want a complete system for formulating profitable feed, tracking production metrics, and scaling without mistakes, you're already in the right place. Subscribe to Livestock Labs right now. New poultry farming strategies every single week that most farmers never discover. The farmers who are scaling right now, they're already part of our community. Don't fall behind. But here's what I really need from you. Share this video with another poultry farmer. Seriously. Send it to someone you know who's struggling with production. Send it to that farmer friend who's been complaining about low egg numbers. Send it to your neighbors with chickens, because this information could literally save their farm, just like it saved ours. One share could change someone's entire poultry business. Join us. Hit that notification bell. Turn on all notifications so you never miss a strategy that could save you thousands. And watch the next video where we're revealing the exact feed formulation we use with 17,500 birds that costs 40% less and produces 2% more eggs. You won't want to miss that. This is the kind of knowledge that separates farmers who scale and farmers who struggle. You have it now. Don't waste it. Catch you very soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.